Make sure to have someone with you when watching these terrifying lion encounters caught on camera. Another group of tourists out for an adventure can be seen slowing down near a pride of lions relaxing under the sun.
Gonna catch those two making out.
Okay, Dad, you come into the car, you're gonna have to...
The predators appear to be accustomed to tourists approaching them, as they are primarily curious about the car they are in.
Yikes. Yeah, but it's not a very good one.
Getting close to lions is ill-advised, as they are wild predators with unpredictable behavior. Provoking them can lead to life-threatening situations. They persist in recording the predators up close, but soon get a taste of it when one of the lions reacts in this manner.
I know.
The women scream and yell at the predator while quickly closing the car door at the same time, making sure it is now locked. They laugh it off, but surely learned a valuable lesson about locking doors. Tourists in an open Jeep can be seen recording two lions relaxing in the bushes. It's essential to remember that lions can pounce or leap distances of up to 36 feet or 11 meters in pursuit of prey or during an attack. Despite this, they maintain a close distance from the lions, which angers the predator, leading it to do this. Even after being roared at, the tourists still refuse to leave, which further agitated the predator, leaving it with no choice but to give them another warning. They freeze in fear, and the lion calms down for a bit, only to get pissed off again after the tourists stand their ground. The clip ends there as the person recording becomes too scared to continue. Two safari vehicles stop to look at a large male lion, only to get scared when the predator decides to do this. Getting too close to lions is dangerous because they are wild predators with unpredictable behavior. Provoking them can lead to life-threatening situations.
That's awesome.
This leads all vehicles to slowly back away so as to not anger the predator further. A group of tourists in an SUV approaches a lion lying on the side of the road, attempting to capture close-up footage of the animal. After getting close to the predator, it quickly acknowledges its presence and stands up to do something frightening. The clip ends there, but is quickly followed by another video with the same context, but much more terrifying because of this. The second clip shows not one, but two predators hunting and chasing them, causing fear among everybody inside the SUV. Hopefully they learned their lesson and avoided getting too close next time. A large male lion can be seen being recorded by tourists, charging at them and stopping shortly after, still unsure of what to do. At first, the tourists don't think about it too much, but things quickly escalate as soon as the predator decides to do this.
Come on, my boy. Hey!
In this encounter, the animal seems provoked as the tourists can be seen staying close to the large predator's territory. Fortunately, nothing happens and the lion retreats after bluffing the people. In the beginning of this video, a man can be seen recording himself walking through multiple cages of animals in a zoo. After walking for a while, he encounters a lion in an enclosure and approaches it, making this happen. He was lucky the barriers were there, or things could have gotten out of hand. Stuck and unable to move, a blue car gets a taste of how curious lions are after encountering them beside a road they're driving on.
Thank God we didn't go with the polo.
Pogos.
He's only gonna see us every day.
When they drive away, they're gonna get it.
The predators can be seen investigating the car and blocking it from driving further down the road. In another car, a group of excited and concerned tourists records this amazing yet terrifying encounter between man and animal.
They're communicating.
Oh my God. Dude, the whole pack.
Oh! Why'd he drive forward?
When encountering a lion while in a car, stay inside. Avoid sudden movements or loud noises and wait for the lion to move away.
In their car, we gotta get this on video. They're gotta be a witness. They're not even threatened.
Yeah, we're next.
We're not next. It's not ours is. They don't like Kias.
Fortunately, they managed to drive away safely and prevent any damage to their car. This terrifying encounter begins with a couple recording a small pride of lions relaxing under the shade of trees in the Cariega Game Reserve. At first, everything seems to be going well, but things take a dark turn when the male lion decides to do something unexpected. The driver of the Jeep wastes no time and immediately starts the vehicle and drives away after noticing the animal charging at them. They drive away, trying not to anger the animal even more, but even after this, the predator still decides to keep a close watch. Lions are aggressive toward intruders. They are lucky to have escaped without a scratch. Feeling safe being enclosed in their SUV, a group of tourists continues driving forward despite two lions trailing and showing interest in them. This false sense of security is quickly shown on display after one of the large male lions decides to show them why he is king.
Attacked their safari vehicle in Karnataka's Banerghatta Biological Park recently. No visitor was injured in the incident.
The large predator towers over the SUV, making it look like a small car compared to the predator's large and muscular frame.
The biological park is located about 22 kilometers south of Bengaluru.
Lions have the strength to potentially damage cars, especially if they feel threatened or are provoked, though such incidents are rare. The tourists in the video will surely get a cool story to tell after this encounter. A lioness can be seen staring down a group of safari rangers armed with rifles, unable to move due to fear of getting attacked. One of the rangers tells the others to stand still, fearing what the predator might do if they decide to retaliate. The best way to deal with an aggressive lion is to avoid provoking it. Slowly back away without turning your back, and make yourself appear larger. Despite this, the animal stands its ground, even doing something unexpected, freezing the people in their place.
Turn off the cameras now.
The video ends there, and what happens next remains to be unknown. The video begins with a group of excited tourists being led by safari rangers to a literal lion's den, perhaps too confident in their abilities. The rangers can be seen wielding rifles, making the tourists confident of their safety after finally spotting a lion. The tourists record and take pictures of the animal, while the safari rangers stand close by, standing guard and preparing for an attack. They all remain motionless, refraining from advancing closer to the predator, but their efforts prove futile as the predator takes action. Shooting at a charging lion is extremely difficult and high pressure, requiring great marksmanship due to its speed and immediate threat. Luckily for them, the lion decides to back away at the last second and leave them alone. This next terrifying animal encounter begins intensely with a man recording himself being stalked by a hungry mountain lion. He slowly backs up, pointing his gun directly at the predator if it finally decides to jump on him.
Get back.
These animals can jump as far as 40 feet, so as seen in this encounter, the man is only 1 pounce away from trouble. A few seconds later, the predator runs out of patience, resulting in this spectacular yet frightening encounter. The mountain lion is now understandably more doubtful about attacking, despite not having been hit by the shot. In the end, the animal ultimately decides to let him go, leaving him unharmed. The video begins with a guide carefully explaining the savannah tour to a tourist, trying to teach her what to do when encountering wild animals.
Similar to yesterday, when we walk in, we just walk in single file, okay? Obviously now.
In the next few seconds of the clip, they were able to track the lions in the savannah. Finally, they see one and immediately stop to give it some distance, only to be surprised when something comes up near them.
It's Daniel. We have 3 big male lions here.
They slowly back away while facing the animal, trying not to run, despite the immense pressure from the predator's growls.
I've got it. I'm in between you and him. Trust me.
Oh, God.
Don't worry. Slowly, slowly.
Okay.
Let's go back that way. Slowly. Don't worry.
Imagining what would have happened if they panicked and ran is just chilling. 2 safari jeeps are lion encounter starts with a male lion curiously investigating a car full of terrified people inside.
What you did? What? Oh, you're trying to get these horrible people in here. You're saying it's time out. Come here. Come here, big boy.
Kevin Richardson, a well-known lion whisperer, then comes to the rescue as he attempts to call the male lion away from the car. Despite his numerous attempts to call the predator away, it does not listen and instead becomes more curious, leading this to transpire.
No, he's got to look out. Go. Start your car.
After this, he is left with no choice but to tell the driver to drive away, as the lion seems unable to lose interest. As the car drives away, more lions get intrigued and chase it, making the situation even more dangerous.
Just keep going.
Fortunately, the predators decide to leave the car alone after it drives further away. A guy and his friend record themselves opening their safari bus windows to do something really stupid. Petting lions while mating is a bad idea due to their heightened aggression and unpredictable behavior during this time. The ignorant tourists fail to realize the dangers of their situation and continue laughing at the predators when suddenly this happens. They try to close their windows but are too scared to follow through after the terrifying display of power from the predator. They get to keep their hands this time, but hopefully they learned their lesson. A tourist records a lion revealing itself from the cover of large trees during a safari trip, making the tourists nervous in the process. After the lion displays its unchained state, one of the guides quickly approaches the predator, resulting in this situation. The fight does not last long, as the lion and the guide appear to have been doing this routine for a while now. It is then revealed that these lions were raised in captivity, although it does not make the encounter any less terrifying. Lions in captivity can still exhibit aggressive behavior, as their instincts and temperament can remain, despite their living conditions. Thankfully, the tourists and the guides remain unharmed in this frightening encounter. After jumping into a lion enclosure, a man is now left to defend himself with nothing but his hands from the terrifying predators inside. The video explains that the man is under the influence of some kind of drugs, which impaired his decision-making skills and led to this scenario.
Then it happens.
That lion comes up and just knocks it out of his hand, and you see how the person reacts and kind of...
The whole encounter is paralyzing, as it is honestly something that you should just watch for yourself.
He knows the damage these carnivores can do.
The zoo officials and law enforcement decide to step in and begin a rescue mission of the deranged man. They use tranquilizers on the lion to ensure their safety during the rescue, but an unexpected incident occurs, causing everyone to scream.
Just right at Shannon. But the high-pressure fire hose scares her off.
They successfully rescued the man and put him in psychiatric care afterward. In this shocking encounter, a man can be seen holding a lion with a leash, while another man poses to pet the predator. The leash is thin and the enclosure narrow, making a perfect combination for disaster after this happens. The man runs for his life, and the lion's caretaker swoops in to try and hold the aggressive predator in place. This shows how stupid people can get just to get a picture. Trailing and recording a lion from behind, a man makes the grave mistake of opening his windows near a predator. At first, the animal doesn't seem to mind the car trailing him, but things get out of hand when it decides to do this. Trailing lions is a bad idea, as it can disturb them, lead to aggression, and disrupt their natural behavior, jeopardizing humans and lions. The animal roars at him and gives him a warning, which he immediately gets, closing his car windows for safety. The man will certainly remember not to stalk a predator the next time he encounters one. Groups of curious tourists record a lion during mating season, waiting to see and capture a spectacular moment in the animal kingdom. The male lion notices them and starts walking away to find cover in the bushes to get some privacy. The tourists follow the animal and keep recording it, angering the lion and making it do something terrifying. The lions then have no choice but to ignore the tourists, and the people are able to capture this incredible moment in nature. Lions can be more aggressive during mating season due to competition for mates, but aggression levels can vary among individuals and prides. No one was harmed or injured during the encounter, which is very fortunate. A group of tourists records their drive through a wildlife park, capturing scenes of lions at rest in their natural habitat.
You look hot.
Sorry, you went the wrong side both times.
Suddenly, a group of several lions appears on the path where the tourists are.
Bacon. We've got bacon.
They don't worry too much due to the safety of their enclosed truck, but it's still a frightening sight to witness lions blocking their path. As if this wasn't enough thrill for the tourists, they continued following the pair, making the male lion teach them something about privacy. Thankfully, no one was harmed during the encounter and everyone left safely. Woken up by loud sounds and growls from outside, a camper prepares for the worst as he discovers a lion outside his tent. He remains calm and avoids going outside, but after the lion walks away, he goes to his car and sees this. The lion circles his tent, even making sure to mark the tent as territory by peeing on it. The predator eventually leaves the tent and the man is left alone and safe. A guy wakes up and tries to start his day with a cup of coffee when suddenly he hears growling from his kitchen.
So, my kitchen is growling at me this morning, as you can see.
A lion locks eyes with the person through the screen window, its gaze challenging them to step outside and venture closer. Unfazed by the predator, he films as he approaches the window, creating a remarkable and daring moment in the encounter. He continues recording the animal from inside as it refuses to leave the area, hungry to make a snack of the man. The clip ends there, and we don't know what happens after the terrifying cliffhanger. The clip begins with a man recording himself walking around a small house in the middle of a safari after hearing strange noises around it. At first, he doesn't find anything strange going on. But after investigating further, he soon finds out the terrifying source of the sounds. Lions may occasionally inhabit areas near human settlements, which can lead to human-wildlife conflicts in certain regions. After getting growled at and threatened by the lion, he slowly moves away from the window, not wanting confrontation. In the end, no one was harmed during this frightening encounter. Panning the camera around the vast savanna, a camera stumbles upon a small pride of lions relaxing under the sunset. A few moments later, one of the lionesses of the pride walks past him, but stops to take another look at the cameraman. After sniffing the cameraman, the predator eventually leaves him alone. A group of tourists recording a pair of lions during a safari trip get the scare of their lives after one of the predators decides to make a sudden move.
Alright, what are we doing?
Relax, 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 relax. All of you relax. Relax. All of you relax.
The tour guide immediately tells them to relax and leave the vehicle as slowly as possible.
Climb out, climb out. Do not jump out. Relax. Relax. Relax, relax. Jump off. Come off. Come off. Come down. Come down. Perfect.
Thankfully, they listened, or things could have gone worse for them. During a trip to meet the famous lion whisperer, a group of tourists get the experience of a lifetime after this happens.
He's on the car. He's really trying to get in.
The encounter was beautiful and scary, with the lion managing to damage their cars significantly.
Quit laughing out there, Kevin.
Oh, get that thing. Break that.
Okay.
Hey, move the key, bro. It's okay.
The encounter ends with them driving off and losing the At the beginning of this encounter, a man can be seen walking near a lion enclosure, making the predator agitated. The keepers of the enclosure then ask the man to feed the lions, leading to this terrifying scene. Thankfully, no one was harmed during this exciting, yet terrifying encounter.